Alright, so been reviewing this kit a little further, testing it out, see how its posability is and all that stuff. Trying to get a feel of the Kamar's Trooper before I take it apart and mess with it. And of course there were certain things that I wanted to discuss on where I'm going to go with this guy. I don't have it all set in stone at this moment. This is just, I'm doing this ad hoc, just see where my ideas will take me to this, because visually in my mind I say, okay, this is what I like to see this kit do. But in practice, it's not as simple as you think. It's not like me removing an arm and putting the parts of another arm, another arm on it, and then it has two different set of arms. Says, okay, I'm done. No, this you got to dig deep into something that's different. Try to get out of my comfort zone, you could say. I'm slowly reminded in my last scratch building build, which was the customized, the Easy SR custom that I made a few years ago for MosquitoCon. As a matter of fact, let me pull it out here so I could show it to you. There we go. And this guy is still one of my favorite builds. I really like how it came out. It just did certain things could have been done better. And plus, I hate these stupid feet on this kit. Let me bring it down a bit so you guys can see it. But it was my first attempt of doing some sort of weird customization kit bashing. It's not a complete kit bash because I didn't mess the structural integrity of the kit in certain areas. I didn't mess up the legs, I didn't mess up the waist unit or the chest or the arms. It was what I put on the sides, the holding of the miniguns, the two shoulder mounted cannons, and just added extra parts from other kits. So like the parts here on the side, which I did. I put parts here on the waist. So these were like added armor type stuff. So that was the only thing I did. It was nothing heavy, but it was something that I wanted to explore and try out. And I know that eventually I'm going to go and do something a little bigger. Henceforth, the Kamar's Trooper that you see in front. So let's discuss a few things. One thing, I want to talk about the actual lance weapon itself. Now, it's hollow. Doesn't weigh that much, and this actually holds it in pretty well. But I want to actually, how could we say this, gut this. Thinking about gutting this part inside and doing something with this, like some sort of tubing or anything like that. Thinking of maybe putting thrusters here. Make it like a lance where you can, while it's, lancing forward, it has boosters on it to fire forward. So I don't know if I'm going to do it here and of course here, but I want to make sure I don't damage this part. This is the only part that's strong enough to hold this. Thinking of doing something here as well. All I know is that what I will do will probably be, well, it will probably increase the weight of this part by maybe 50%. I don't want to go overboard, but I want to make it as detailed as possible so for this kit. And of course this hand will be glued on, so it's never going to come off. Moving on to the Kamars now. Now I don't know what the arms will work out on. I may decide to cover this, don't know. May add extra features here on the shoulders. And I may end up removing this part for something else. I don't know yet. There's a round part that I didn't put on this. I'll put it on later on, but I'm thinking I'm maybe leaving it off for a reason. I did not like these little open vents that came up. I removed them. And there's a possibility I'm either A, going to cover this, or B, replace the entire chest part. I'm not too fond of these guys. They're a little too thick for me, and they serve a purpose, but I'll leave them there for now. Now this is where it gets tricky. Now obviously I'm going to put it back in the hover mode, like we did the last time. Now I'm not going to pull out the little round things again. I'll leave it the way it is. So the whole purpose would be to put the legs here from the other kit. I could easily remove these two parts, but it'd probably be a lot easier just to leave them where they are. This will give it a little bit more bulk. I will glue them on, of course, and I may end up putting maybe a different type of part over it to cover it up, depending on what I have in stock. The back legs is the one thing that I'm a bit weird out here. I'm thinking, is there a way I can get something here where I can extend this part here and then keep it like this, like forward, like that? I may have something, but I haven't figured it out yet. This also means I have to cover this up with something. So this needs to be covered up. These need to be extended down, maybe 1/4 of an inch. Don't know if I'm going to put something here, but we'll see where it goes from there. This part, of course, is necessary because it has the vent there, and I may add some features there, maybe more thrusters or something like that. And I was going to leave this here for that and do something here, but I'm now thinking of something else, and I'll explain that in a moment. So while I was doing this, I was also building the parts, the leftover parts from the rebake of the 1/100 scale. And here's one of them. Here's the shield, which is the actual waist unit. And I don't think this will be an appropriate waist unit for this because it's not meant to replace it. Plus this thing is weird how it turns. I know you could turn it this way and probably get that like that there, but then it's only going to go so far. It's not going to work. I don't think it'll work with me putting it on top. I don't know yet. Maybe a good idea is to leave it like this and put it there, so it adds an extra layer. Like we get rid of the vents and we have these thrusters there for it. Seems like an interesting idea. I don't know if I may end up using it as a secondary, as another shield for this, but it depends on how to balance it out. I don't know yet. I really don't know. So we'll keep that to the side for now until we figure it out. Now I did assemble the legs. And this is where it gets interesting. There's this little notch part there that on the Kamaris it's there where you can connect to it, but I need that here so I can connect this there. So let's see, if I do this, let me just visualize this, and hopefully my camera is in an angle. Yeah, I think so it is. So we do that and we do that. So it looks like this, and then it would have to have something here where the legs stick out like that to the bottom. I do have something, you know what, I do have the remaining parts for the legs on the Kamaris, and I can extend it out down here. That seems to be a good, interesting idea. So it definitely will be a centaur in its own right. But I need to find a part. First I need to find something to attach this to this and then permanently glue it there, because this has a this will turn up, forward, and back. And for this in the back, and I need some. I do have the other arm, the other foot that maybe I can put it this way, and then this leg will go there. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The last thing that I assembled, And this is where I have decided, bring this down, this is where I have decided to remove the backpack. It's no longer required. I mean, it will be required for something else. And I was assembling this, and I said to myself, this would look perfect if it goes there. This. So if we stick that here, which does fit, we have that. So now we have a backpack that could not only have the two arms and could use other weapons, maybe even hold up the shield. So, like the shield here, and this guy arm uses the shield here. Or maybe we'll do the, one shield there with the other one shield there, and then we'll use another hand here from the other kit and put in, another weapon, maybe another melee weapon. Who knows? There's that possibility. Or this can actually hold up. Oh, you know what? I like it. I like it when we talk it out. We stick that over there, and we stick this over here. There we go. Now there's no need for those sideways parts. I really don't like them. But now with this there, perfect enough. What do you think of that? Oh, wow. I didn't think about that until now. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright. So, right now, I like that. I like this. But I need to figure out this, and I'll assemble the other leg as well. So give me some time. Just give me a moment. We'll move on to the next stage and see where we go. So I took apart the lower portion of the Kamara's Trooper so I can get a feel of what I'm supposed to be doing, or what I'm trying to do. Everything is kind of came out pretty well in how I self-discovered this, but the putting into practice is another thing. I'm not very good at scratch building, kit bashing, but it's all, we're all trying to, it's a learning process, and hopefully we'll figure this out. Now, it's a shame that the leg has to be destroyed or reconfigured, but if I want to do what I want, I'll have to get rid of a few things. So, first thing we're going to do is remove this foot, because that foot's not going to be here. And the leg has to be in this permanent position with this up front and this like that. The back part, I need to figure out how to put this leg back here. I don't know how I'm going to connect this to this. This little part here is a little too stubby. It may need to be a little longer for me to connect this. So I can figure this out. I just need to, I may end up removing this. Don't know yet, but it is part of the frame. So I may have to find something where I can put onto this to stick to this, but hopefully it doesn't pop off. We'll figure that out soon enough. Right now I want to focus the front part, because that is where the major change is. So how to do this is a little bit interesting. This will never be opened up, as I mentioned before. This will be the last time it will be opened up. And I'm gonna remove this, because this seems like a unique part I could use for something else. Or better yet, maybe not. Maybe I should leave it like that. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah. Because I know I'm going to do something here, maybe some sort of tubing or frame, and then, or maybe put a hydraulic system there. That, you know what? Alright, I kind of like that. That stays where it is. We'll work around that soon enough. So good. That's a good idea. But now we need to focus on this part. Now, as I mentioned before, this part here will go up front. And I was trying to look for something like to go in here to turn, because this is there's a round part there, and in the original in this part of the kit there's what was it? It's like a two-part round thing that goes here and then one goes there, holding up there. But since we don't have it anymore, I was trying to look for some sort of alternative part. I found this one and trying to figure out whether I should put it on this here or this here. Most likely maybe this will go with this, but yeah, because I need to connect this part here to this. Yeah, that fits that. As a matter of fact, let's test that out. Should I put that there? Oh no, it's too loose. It's not the right dimension. Alright, we'll figure that out soon enough. Where there is a will, there's always somewhat of a way. But let's go back to this part. So this needs to connect to this, and I want it so that the foot can turn, you know, like that, all the way up to that. A good, I would say, would that be a 45-degree angle? I guess if my so like this is a 180 degrees. So if we do that there, it'll probably go only up to, yeah, like 90 degrees. Doing 90-degree turns. Not too much, because it's not going to go all the way back here. It'll go up to there, and then it'll probably go all the way up to here. So that should be far enough. Now I have so many polycaps and so many excess parts that I was trying to figure out which I could use. Polycap wise, I can jury rig something with you know, plow plate, but what can I use to hold it in? And something like this was an idea, but I didn't have anything longer. I wanted something that's a little stronger, that has a little bit of some strength to it. Trying to figure out, maybe I should you know, make my own joints. But then I said, let me look online. You know, always look online, look at some examples. And then I went to HobbyLink Japan, and obviously they had their summer sale, and they had parts from Rebake I and other brands for joints. And I said, you know what, this is a perfect, maybe I should get one of these. But I forgot that I was going to go to Gundam Kitchen, or Millennium Hobbies, for that scratch building contest, because I said, you know what, I need some guidance, some ideas, some refreshers. And sure enough, Millennium Hobbies had this product called Premium Parts Collection, Ball Shaped Joint Mini. This is from their line of kits, I guess, to make like these little figurine kits, so you can do posable, you know, posable figures, you could say. And they come in various sizes and dimensions. Like, look how small. You got these small ones here. You have these big ones here. These are ball joints, of course, like the polycap ball joints, but this is a solid one. It doesn't come with the actual, because this is considered a male. I don't have the female connectors, but this one is the one that I was more interested. This one's a little too thick. I wanted something a little longer, so I tested one out. Here it is, right here. And when you turn it, it has a good little like a ratcheting sound type thing. You do feel like it's rubbing in there. I believe the connector, or the hole that connects to this, is more of a hexagon shape when it goes through. So there is a tightness to that. There's a cover for these, so I haven't used it yet, but I just wanted to try this first to see how, you know, as a test example. So my idea would be put something there that goes all the way here, and then put something here, a polycap joint that goes into there. So So it allows me to turn forward and back. Forward and back. Whoops. But of course this thing shouldn't come off. So this is perfect. Absolutely perfect to do something like this. But now I need something to connect to it. Fortunately enough, I have a shitload of these guys, and I found this, where this goes right in there, and it's nice and tight. Good feel to this. This was the, what's this polycap for this? Doesn't tell me which one. It says, it was probably from a kit from 2008. Yeah. So, I have this, and I have two more. I have a lot of them. I have a whole lot of them. So now I need to figure out how to create something to go into there, to hold this, but need something to do need to make something for this, so I can stick that. Oh, to hold. Sorry, to okay, make some sort of rig to hold up this joint, so I can stick this one in. What do you think of that? All right, give me some. Let me figure the whole thing out.